Thanks, Barrett. He's a United States Congressman reaching out to voters across the state of Texas.
He's a Democrat running against Ted Cruz for the United States Senate seat. I got the chance to interview him one-on-one as he attempts to unseat one of Texas's most popular Republicans.
Beto O'Rourke!
He's popular among Texas Democrats. 44-year-old Beto O'Rourke is making his voice heard across the Lone Star State.
We're showing up to the big cities, to the small towns, and to the places in between. And everywhere we go, every town hall we have, hundreds of people are coming out.
He's on a 34-day road trip and made a stop in San Angelo, reaching out to voters on the 2018 election for our U.S. state senator, a position that has been held by a Republican for the last 3 decades. I asked the U.S. Congressman from El Paso what he plans to do different than any Democrat who's ran before him.
You know, I'm going to every part of the state. I'm not writing anybody off or taking anyone for granted.
The politician is being compared to John F. Kennedy. He's bringing ideas that's setting him apart from most. You're one of the few politicians that I've seen, Democrats, who are trying to bridge, I guess, that gap between being a Democrat and Republican. Can you talk a little bit about what your work is in that and what you're trying to do?
I serve on the House Veterans Affairs Committee, and every bill that we introduce that has any shot of success, we work on with a Republican colleague. Recently, when we helped those veterans with an other than honorable discharge who can't get into the VA today, get access to the mental health care that will help them save their lives when we have a suicide crisis in this country, I introduced that with a Republican colleague. It passed the Veterans Affairs Committee unanimously.
He's cut his trip short to tackle relief efforts for victims of Hurricane Harvey.
When I get back to Washington, D.C. week after next, I'm going to continue the work that I've already started with colleagues from both sides of the aisle, Republicans and Democrats, to make sure that Texas gets the disaster relief aid that we need to rebuild our communities, to ensure that we get more Texans back to work, and to do right by each other.
And you know, no matter if you're a Democrat, Republican, Independent, just educate yourself on the candidates so you know who you're voting for, the issues that are most important to them.
Of course, I definitely agree. Do your research. The election for U.S. Senate is November of next year.
You have some time, no excuses.
None.
As the worst of Hurricane Harvey battered Corpus